Okay, so what is preventing us from taking an action we want to take? It's a thought, just a thought. When this thought is familiar, we call it a belief. A belief is just a thought that you've repeated over and over to the point where you don't even notice it anymore. So, for example, let's think about any action that you find uncomfortable, like, for example, I don't know, posting a video on social media or reaching out to someone that you've put on a pedestal. There is when you come up with this desire to do this action, and then what's really happening is that there's this thought that comes up that tells you not to do it. And this thought seems very real, like seems very credible. And it will be disguised through different forms. It can come up as something like not now, tomorrow, or maybe it's not the right time, or whatever excuse that's going to work on you to prevent you from doing this action. And once you notice this mechanism, you develop a different relationship with your thoughts because you see them as they are, just thoughts, not the truth. And you start challenging them. So typically, if you've been willing to do something for a while, but you've never managed to take action, a good idea would be to really investigate and talk to these thoughts as if it was a person. Start to see whether it's actually true and see if it can collapse. One process that is very powerful is the work from Byron Katie, which is basically about asking a few questions to investigate this thought or this belief. Because behind every belief that is limiting you from taking the action, there is the underlying belief, I cannot do it. So what you would do is you would write down exactly on a piece of paper the belief, I cannot do it, whatever the it is, and ask yourself, is this true? And at first, maybe you will come up with, yes, it's true, I don't have time, or yes, it's true, I'm not good at this, I cannot do it. And then you ask yourself, okay, is this 100% true? Like, is this absolutely true? Like, and this is when you're going to start doubting. You're like, oh, actually, maybe it's not 100% true. Like, I wouldn't, yeah. And then the next question is, how does that make you feel when you think that thought? And you will come up with whatever answer. Maybe it could be, oh, I feel doubt, I feel limited. Then the next question is, how would you feel without that thought? And then suddenly you start putting yourself in the emotional state you would have when you don't have that thought. So you start developing a taste for not having this belief anymore. So maybe you'd come up with, oh, I feel light, I feel unbeatable, unstoppable, I feel like I'm in flow. And then the last step is to turn around the belief and see how this can be true. So you turn around, I cannot do it, and you turn it into I can do it, and see how this can be true as well. So you would start arguing in favor of this new belief. Be like, yeah, actually I can do it. I just have to do this. Yeah, I can do it physically. I just have to move my body and pick up the phone and just, dial the number and it will happen. So I can do it. And as you do this, there's a shift that is happening, and the, the the limiting belief will disappear, and then you'll be able to take that action.